Because just try to stop the pipeline.
Tell me a little bit. What is the pipeline? What's in the pipeline?
Oil and polluting and spills happen all the time.
Rivers be clogged up. Children swim in them, then they get sick.
How does it help for you to be here today?
Signs.
To hold signs and
Protest the pipeline.
and to not support the pipeline. Just be the solution.
Be the solution. And who do you hope listens?
Everyone.
My name is Catherine Cadden, and I'm here with Beverly Little Thunder, who is a Standing Rock tribal member and a resident of Vermont. And we're here today right before we march here in Montpelier. We're doing a solidarity action with Standing Rock. And I was wondering, Beverly, if you could speak a little bit to the importance of why we're here.
I think that it's really important that we're all here because even though yesterday we were granted a reprieve by the Army Corps of Engineers, this struggle is not over. The pipe is still lying in the ground. It needs to be removed. And our bank, TD Bank, is still funding the project. And so today we're here to let the bank know that we are not happy with how they are investing their money, our money, in this pipeline. The people at Standing Rock are under siege all the time. Today the veterans are going to go out to NODAPL and insist that they take that equipment out, remove it off of the land. Hopefully that will continue as we have been a peaceful demonstration and action.
Last night was definitely a reason to celebrate with the recent decision, but there has also been an official response now by the company Energy Transfer Partners and other pipeline funders that says they have the intention of completing this pipeline. So the struggle is not over, and there is deep concern that even though this permit has not been granted, that construction will continue nonetheless. So this is reason to celebrate the victory at this point, but not reason to stop. Brittany and I just returned from Standing Rock. We spent the last week of November there, and it was a really, really powerful week. And another message that the elders gave us was to bring it home. And so that, I think, is what we're doing here. TD Bank manages the state's money here in Vermont, and so we really want to pressure them to remove the state's money out of TD Bank, which is one of the banks funding this pipeline, among others.
I think most inspiring has been when I was in Standing Rock, watching how the camp came together, seeing how the women took a lead in the water ceremonies, how the women were always consulted before an action took place. The protection of the children, the young mothers that were there, was really inspiring. Coming back to Vermont, which is my home and which is probably where I will die someday, was hard. I would much rather be out there in the snow, up to my knees, cold, with my sisters and brothers. I would much rather be standing beside those water protectors that are trying to stop this black snake from going through our land. And I think what is inspiring to me is that it's like dropping a huge rock in a pond and watching the ripples. And what's going on here today is one of those ripples. And those ripples need to continue going on, because even if we stop it in North Dakota, those pipelines are still in place in the rest of the country. Everybody's water is at risk.
December is a global month of action against the Dakota Access Pipeline, where Indigenous water protectors have asked that we take action every day to stop the pipeline. And that can look like making phone calls, writing letters, signing petitions, and it can also look like this, where we are gathering here in Montpelier, and we're going to go to TD Bank, and we're going to put some pressure on TD Bank to, like I said earlier, to withdraw their funding from the Dakota Access Pipeline. And that will be, one concrete way that we can take action here in Vermont to support the water protectors on the ground.
One of the asks has been to confront those who are funding the Dakota Access Pipeline. Even though a decision was made yesterday by Obama and essentially the Army Corps of Engineers to stop construction or to hold off construction until an environmental impact statement is made, that does not stop the entire project, the entire pipeline. And I am convinced, I deeply believe that all pipelines need to be stopped. I will continue to do this work and to confront funders of pipelines like TD Bank.
I urge people who have accounts in TD to remove them, to change banks, go to one of the credit unions, but don't support a bank that is giving money to a pipeline that could potentially rupture and contaminate the water that we drink. You hear the cry, Mini Wichone. In Lakota, that means water is life. And the fact that there are a lot of non-native people here really is irrelevant, because each of us is 70% water. Water is important to all of us. And so that's the importance of us being here today and doing this in a spiritual manner.
Why did the natives get the pipeline? Because, but how did they, earn the pipeline? What did they do? Yeah.
That's a good question. Who would you ask that question to?
They should have clean water.
The people who are building the pipeline. And what I'm here today is try to stop them. And it's driving me insane.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice job, ladies.
Yeah.